So this is gonna be an interesting video, and you know what? You know what I really thought? Well, not that what I thought, but what I got tired of. I kind of got tired of editing videos. Though I love it, some of the videos that I do edit are like an hour long, and I chop it up into 15 minutes. Here I go complaining while there's probably people that get paid to do this, and they're like, "Look, welcome to my job." But you know, I'm just gonna try to shoot in perpetuity, or sorry, continuity. Mistakes and all. I do not want to edit, while at the same time I don't want this video to be too long. So yeah, we gonna go with that. I just got in a like a 5-minute conversation with one of the homies that he sees me every once in a while strolling through the town, walking through the town, and I kind of have this thing, right? I started wearing these shirts that are pretty much, I cut it all the way down, and the reason I started doing that is because a couple of months ago I was actually too fat to fit my shirts, and I used to rock this big love handle or muffin top. So I said, all right, let me just chop it down here, and then that grown into a style. Redner's border. On another note, there's a lot of good stuff coming too. Like we have the Still River Playhouse. This New York Plaza sign has been here for a while. I don't know what they're doing, but every once in a while there's a new business. So this is the new one of the month. Hopefully they do good. They got a couple restaurants that are new. A couple alleyways, you know, that familiarity being from a town like this. Every small town got one. Basically, the point of this video is to show you guys all that no matter what's going on in your life, and no matter where you're from, you have to make time to do something positive for yourself. And I say that to say this, don't get it twisted. In 2020, I was going through so much stuff that I had to get back to myself a little bit. And I might as well say give back to myself a little bit. Oh, this is a cool spot, the alley. So I started, it was like the end of the year, 2020, and I was like, you know, I'm going through all this stuff. I was vaping a lot, drinking a lot, but I wasn't an outcast in my drinking. I kept it contemporary. You know, some drinks more than most, some days more than most, I guess. But I wasn't doing the most obscure drinking, but I definitely was having something every day. And I said to myself, well, I wonder what it would be like if I just stopped drinking and went sober. And I didn't need to. I mean, I wasn't drinking enough to feel as though I needed to go sober. But something told me, let me just go sober and see how I feel. Maybe I'll get my abs back or something. You know what I mean? I was like, I just want to see how I feel. What is it going to do if I go sober? Because past 15 years, I can't recall any time that I was going sober or not drinking, or I wanted to see what would happen. So I did that 3 months. Anyway, free books. You know nobody's going to read them. I love books. I mean, you can hide $10,000 inside of a book. And that person will say, Mom, why are you giving me a book? I said, I need, money for college. Never knowing all he had to do was open a book. I didn't make that up, obviously. That's a lesson. These are the buses that we usually ride. The Pottstown Park buses, and that's the police station over there. That's a suspect-ass bathroom that if you go in, you never know if somebody's in there doing drugs. I found out the hard way. Pause. And we're going towards South Pottstown. So, as I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, I was detoxing, right? So, if I wasn't going to start eating right, the least I could do was start putting things in my body that I love and changing the habits around just a little bit and see what would happen. So instead of having my usual few beers a day or vodka or anything that's liquefied that's, can inebriate me a little bit, I'll probably take. I was like, I don't know, let's see what happens. And they say it takes like 90 days to really break a cycle. Every time I don't want to walk behind somebody and talking, with the camera. Every time I'm saying something deep, somebody's walking. But the funny thing is, nobody ever walks. The day I'm walking, making a video, and everybody walking. But, just go a little bit. Watch this, I'm gonna do magic. While I started detoxing, which first of all of this crap is mental. I was making all these, when I started detoxing, I was like, look, I know it's more mental than physical or whatever it is. If I can challenge my mentality, if I can get a grip of change amongst myself, then I can change the outcome of where I go in life. So if I can get a little hold on this, then I can get a hold on my life. So let me start with just drinking. If I can change one thing, have control of one thing, then that means I can get control of another thing. I said that 3 times, 4 times, I might say it one more time. So that's why I did it. I started detoxing. Now, I'm not one, and I don't advise any of you to do this just because I did it. I'm not one to take any shortcuts. Well, unless it's with women. But no, that's another thing. While we're on butts, never mind. I'm getting lost in a moment. So I'm not one to take. I don't like taking shortcuts with anything. So what I did was went cold turkey. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go all the way. I don't want to wonder if I could have did it a little harder or just do it a little harder. Do it a little harder. Yeah, Beavis. Butthead. Whatever. So what I did was I just went cold turkey. Forget all the ways to do it. Forget all the science behind it. Forget all the steps. I just went cold turkey. And I one day had my last drink, and the next morning, I didn't. Yeah, I used to drink in the morning too. I'm making myself seem way worse than I probably was. But you know what I'm saying. I don't even like taking shortcuts when it comes to my self-deprecation. When I stopped drinking, I'll tell you I stopped. I stopped. And not only did I stop, I went cold turkey. And the first week was easy as hell. The second week wasn't that bad. I started wondering if this was even, like, did I even drink to begin with? Because I wasn't feeling nothing. I didn't go up and down a pound, nothing. And then the vape too. I mean, I'm withdrawing nicotine and alcohol at the same time, and I'm feeling absolutely nothing. Okay. And then a month goes by. And then I just started realizing that I don't feel the same. It wasn't even necessarily like wanting to drink. By the way, this is the trail that I would go on when I was going through that detoxification process. I would come here, down Industrial Pike, Riverfront Park, and I would walk. Now people are in the park. I did this for 3 months straight. There was nobody was here now. Nice little bridge, it's dry as hell. One time I looked down and saw a crocodile turtle, or an alligator turtle, one of them big ass things that if you put your foot in that river, I don't know, you might need the Avengers to save you. This river is drying up too, because usually that's underwater. But yeah, this is Riverfront Park. It's a nice day, so I imagine people will be down here. I even one time tubed up and down here. It's on my YouTube. Sometime back in July 2020. You'll see it. And I did that just because I wanted to be different. I wanted to go to the beach and I couldn't get there, so I made my own beach.
Gonna change. Everything still remains the same. And this loneliness won't leave me alone.
Yeah, my mom made me that kind of person. I really am. What's this? Movie. I just said there should be a movie night here. What? Okay. So anyway, I was going through this detoxification process, right? You want to know what it feels like to go through something dark? You start putting your demons aside and facing your reality of what you're going through and where you're at. You don't feel nothing until you're sober. That's when you feel everything. And I didn't even think I drank enough to feel like I would feel any different. But it didn't come in the form of like wanting a drink. It came in all kinds of other forms. Pause. What is going on here? There's a kid laying on the ground. Like, none of this was happening when the hell? Hey, how you doing? Hey, fine. Hey, buddy. Uh-oh. Anyway, I guess, I don't know, that kid kind of reminded me of my mom raising all the foster kids she did in her household. And me kind of being a legal guardian of most of them. I felt like I should like kneel down and start talking to the kid. But, I don't know, I'm thinking about going to school for like doing something with kids. That sounds, oh my gosh. Everything I say you're going to take out of context. I would, it's real beautiful down here though. Notice I've been saying beautiful a little better than I used to. People make fun of me because I say beautiful, not beautiful. So I'm working on it. I kind of want to rebel and keep saying beautiful. Haters. There's nothing like demons until you have to face them sober. And during that 2020, the end of 2020 going into 2021, I did go through that month, 2 and 3 months. But what I didn't tell you, which I probably did tell you, I just think it sounds compelling to the video, is the amount of changes that I went through. And to the point that it was so dark in my mind. It wasn't even about wanting a drink. When they say, yo, you're gonna go sober, you're gonna want to drink later. Oh, I didn't want to drink. In fact, it became the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, kryptonite was drinking alcohol. Not because I was abusive or anything, but because of what it did to me psychologically. Did you know if you go cold turkey, you can damn near die? Because your mind, your body, getting something it's used to, even if it's bad for you, can kind of come off like keeping it stable. So when your body depletes that one thing you've been putting in it for over 10 years, your whole entire ecosystem within inside of you goes on a loop. And a loop that I cannot describe to you, but I'm gonna try because that's the sake of the video. I went through psychological, I went through mental abuse, like depression, thoughts of suicide. It was like my eyesight changed, blurry. I would wake up with no vision. My appetite changed. Everything changed, and I was going crazy. My body was hypersensitive. I could like touch my hand and feel my nervous system respond to it in an anxiety type way where I'm feeling like I'm attacking myself. Everything changed. And I was going through environmental stress too, which I didn't even know existed. So, you know, waking up off of couches and this and that, I was going through a battle of my life. And I had to find a way to channel it and get through that alive. I could sit and listen to music for 6 hours straight just because in them 6 hours I'm detoxing. And if I can't do anything but sit still in the cold with a t-shirt to stay alive, to feel my limbs, believe it or not, because you do crazy things when you're detoxing if you're not stable, like, then that's what I have to do. I would have to like literally put my body through the most inhumane things, like jogging through the winter and freaking shorts and no shirt and a sweater tied around my waist. I still have videos and pictures of me doing that. And the reason those things were happening, because I was in such a dark place that I couldn't feel nothing. I couldn't feel 10 degrees and snow ice chisels hitting my face. Because my body was in such a compromised place. My mentality, you know, I still have nightmares of people holding against me how I responded to certain situations while trying to balance a relationship at that time. I had no control over myself trying to have control. And remember, the whole reason I stopped drinking was to get a sense of control over myself. And it pissed me off because I thought, oh, you're just gonna feel better and everything's gonna be okay. And none of that happened. I felt worse. I gained weight. My heart started hurting. Like I had heart issues, literally heart issues, beating out of my chest. My heart rate would go from, I don't know, 50 beats a minute and then literally accelerate to 120 beats a minute standing still. Do you know what that makes you think? And then that's gonna make you get these anxiety attacks and then you feel like you're spinning and spinning and spinning. I mean, my body wouldn't even be able to like do the most basic things like I had to relearn how to think, relearn how to like walk and be alone with myself. Panic attacks every day, anxiety attacks every day. But guess what? I got through them 3 months. Now I said all of that to say this, and then I'm gonna further continue this video as we go down this trail. The most spiritual I've ever felt was during those dark days, because one thing that kept calling me was nature. So despite what I was going through, I needed to do something with myself that I knew I could control until it attacked me. And then maybe I couldn't do the whole thing. So I would head to this trail and I would walk for 2.5 hours every day for 3 months. And if give or take 1 or 2 days a week, I don't know. But I had to have a regimen because there was nothing else I could do. It's not like I really couldn't work, to be honest with you. When you're knee deep in that darkness, you actually have no control over yourself. Like you're sweating and you're thinking negative, and I had to literally keep all of those emotions in me and safe from everybody else responding to my wrath, because I was going through so much and nobody's gonna understand. When I don't know, I don't have a fear, but I'm standing on a bridge, right? A bridge that I could walk over any day, and then all of a sudden one day, this bridge is in my head is falling down, and I'm frantic, you know, because your mind is under attack. You're detoxing. These are the things that I was witnessing. But this trail right here brought me through. The smell of the nature around me, the dirt, the grass, the trees, the time that it would take me to do it. You know, this walk, the sense of familiarity, the familiar feeling of doing it over and over again. The exercise within it that I don't think I lost an ounce of weight from. I was doing all them walks. I think I did an injustice to my body by doing too much. Put it under attack. But yeah, man, all of this stuff had changed. and I was gone. So I would walk in rain, sleet, hail, snow, lightning, thunder. And I made sure that no matter what kind of day it was, I had to do that walk. And that's what I did. And that, people think when they're battling their demons, they need something exponential to fight with them. But they don't realize how easy it is if they just calm their mind. And I know that's crazy when you're under attack, but you have to find that niche that works for you. And for me, it was walking. So if that's all I did in a day, I could go home, have a cup of tea, and literally calm myself down. My heart was still racing, but over time, those 3 months went by. And when I looked at the calendar, I was like, holy November, December, January. It was like January. You would think I would remember it. I just write everything down. It's either January or February. Well, I realized I did it. Accomplished it, my goal. I mean, and when your mind is plagued of fear and disentanglement, trying to figure things out, and you really don't know which direction you're going, and the only thing you can do is walk, and after that 7, 8, 9, or 10 miles is finished, which is a lot, especially every day, you can put your body in shock, and I definitely did that. When you finish it, you actually feel like you accomplished something that many people aren't doing. And that is what helped me continually be the competitor that I am inside, you know, and pick myself up. And after those 3 months, I had a drink, right? And I continued drinking again. But it's how I see it now. You know, maybe I don't drink as much. You know, maybe I don't vape anymore. But yo, doing all those things, man, that's what brought me out. And you can continue to do the things that you used to do. But even if you do it just as much, you have a sense of control, you know, knowing that you don't have to do these things. So that's enough for your mentality to convince yourself that you can achieve anything. You know, I enrolled in school, and I started kind of like getting into a little more of a fitness journey, though I haven't done too much yet to get into it. There's definitely a change happening. I don't know. I felt like I needed to talk about those times because those times were very defining for me. And I know I don't get 1 million viewers on my videos, but I know someone's watching this long, tedious video. And if you're hearing my voice right now, if you are that one person and you're going through this battle, I want you to know that the only way that you can get through that battle is if you apply pressure to that thing that you are trying to accomplish. You know, it's not supposed to be easy. You hear this, it's cliche. It's not supposed to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be dark. You know, and people are going to think you're crazy because you can't describe what you're going through in your mind. But you see what I'm doing? Trust me, I still have little issues. I can look up in the sky and see squiggly lines and stuff like that and black dots. And I know there are some things that maybe I'm a little, I don't know, deficient in some vitamins or something because I don't take anything. And maybe the shock of trauma that I put my body through back in the day did just enough damage as I was detoxing the incorrect way to bring up these little things that I see that or feel that people might not see or feel, because my body's still probably trying to recalibrate. That's how I think of it. Instead of thinking, hey, I'm dying. You know, you have to apply pressure to your dream, buddy. You can't hope for something to break without applying any pressure to it. And don't run away from that darkness. Go through that darkness, because that is the best way you can do it. Why go around it? You know, you don't want to go around it. You want to go through it so you can get all the muscle you need in that dark time. You understand what I'm saying? So if you go around it, well, it's just going to be waiting for you down the road. It's just going to catch up like, hey, remember me, the depression you walked around, you know, back in 2019? Well, I'm here again because, buddy, you didn't face that. So we got to stop running from it and facing it. We got to start banding together. I advise any of you to come out here with me. This spot is for you. I got a water for you. Cold. I like mine hot. Doesn't matter. But you have to start somewhere. You can't just, you know, wake up in your darkness every day and just assume that something's going to change. And it's going to suck. But it gets easier. Oh, thanks. And when it does get easier, you're going to feel hell of a lot more amazing than you do now. I promise you that.
Mushrooms.
I shot that for my buddy because she has a phobia of mushrooms. What's that, like mushroom phobia? I'm smelling like, I don't know, it's a toss-up between flowers and homelessness. You know, I don't know. It's like a mixture of that smell. Oh, don't get on me, oh, Julian, you're mean. I give money to the homeless all the time. In fact, I was homeless at a point. So, hey, it's fair. You want to be equal? We're all equal then. Look, we're all the same. All right, you'll make it out. So, after all that conversation and whatnot, I'm going to start being quiet. And maybe I won't, because I don't know. I would leave Industrial Highway, and it ends here on some like Walking Dead type stuff. Shout out Walking Dead, you guys are killing it. Let me in, I want to play. Once that dead end happens, then it's all on you. And then this goes up. I walk up to just about Douglasville, and I make a horse turn, like a horseshoe turn, I guess, over there. And then I walk down the highway. I know that's not safe, but that's what I do. And I kind of revisit this trail, even though it's been a year since I've done it. I revisit this trail because this trail has been a trail of retribution in my life on many occasions. And every time I find myself back on it, it's like a coming of home. So, enough of the talk, the long talk. I would say small talk, but everything I do is long talk and more of the walk. I'm probably going to clip in things that I think are interesting to me that I see on this trail. Maybe there's some new things. Oh, it's dinner. Watch this. Hey. I'm just kidding. Don't be such a bully. Yeah, man. Let's get her done. Let's do a trail. Let's walk. All right. But if you guys have done this trail in the comments, let me know. Okay, so, or if you ever have yet to do this trail, I don't know, maybe you guys will do this trail like 100 years from now, and you'll watch my video and be like, oh, this guy did this trail 100 years ago. But maybe you won't. But somebody, I know I'm doing this video for somebody. Somebody's gonna watch this damn video and be like inspired to do this trail. Or somebody's gonna cut it off halfway through. Or not even that, maybe a minute once I start ranting on and rambling. The rambling man. Oh, you watch all these other videos and guys say half the things I say in way less cool ways, and they got millions of subscribers. Here I go try to make a living doing the same thing in a unique way. And it's like, oh, we don't like this guy's positivity. The hell with you. I'm gonna do it anyway because somebody's watching. If that's you, can you like this video so I know who you are? Or can you like drop a comment so I know I didn't waste my time working on a 2-hour video just to inspire one person? If you're that one person, it's gonna mean a lot to me if you just say you are, because at least I know who I'm talking to. And maybe you can come out with me next time. So that woman caught up to me. Jeez, there's a woman, she's at least 80 or 90 years old. Oh wow, I don't want to embarrass myself. I gotta pick up the pace. This is like I say ode to a Walking Dead, like scenic looking thing. Like if Walking Dead crew was around, they probably would film here. It's like an abandoned warehouse or whatnot. I mean, me and my homies went inside of there and danced. Of all things, we danced. And not together, but like we were like pop locking and stuff like that. But not twerking. Got a little lookout of the highway, 422 right there, going toward Reading. I don't know, I just figured, God. Oh, I was just trying to creep up with me. I've been doing okay. Like when I first came out, I even found a turtle out here. Took it home, now it's a pet. Stowe is on the other side of this mess, which apparently used to be like a train terminal or something like that. Well, this obviously was a warehouse, a building of work, but over there it used to be like a train station over there. I always think like a bear is gonna come out and chase me. I'm not afraid of bears or nothing like that, but you don't have to be afraid to die. I don't know, I just have this weird feeling that a bear is like one day gonna just like come out and just, I'm here, bitch. And what can I do? I mean, I'll fight a bear. But if rumor has it that I've died on a trail and I was mauled by a bear, well, you know what happened. This is like on the other side of, I don't know, when you're driving through Stowe on High Street, you'll see like Turkey Hill and a 7-Eleven. So that's on the other side of this building on the main street. But I don't know, more Walking Dead feeling. Then you get to this little like fork in the road. Got this little windy section and it goes through those woods right there, trees right there. That's Brimcote. a housing shelter. Some people call it an apartment complex. Some people call it a hotel, but I think it's like $300-400 a week. In between people go there. A lot of in between. I almost went there one time. Not quite living the best life, but not quite living the worst life. You can afford something, brim coat. I mean, not on the street, you know. But I'm still confused how this woman behind me is keeping up this pace. Like, I'm really pissed off because she walked this way past me, and now she's almost back to me. And I'm about 60 years younger than her. And I'm an athlete. And I'm pissed off. Man, I walked by her, she didn't even say hi. I said hi. But now she's gonna lap me? Oh, hell no. I'm gonna make sure I'm in front of this truck so she can get left in the dust. Yeah, get left, get left. You gotta wait. Walking off fast. I hate that. She's probably looking at me like I'm gonna catch this. Never mind. Alright, so now we're making some ground. I would say, I don't know, I'm 3 miles in. It's light work. Ain't nothing serious, but I call this like the hub. This is where a lot of people park at. I walk from one hub to the next hub. So maybe like 3 miles in between, maybe 4. Just right up there is that 7-Eleven Turkey Hill that I was talking about. And going this way is, well, you got Continental Concrete Products. But this is going to go as if you're going to Reading, which I didn't get a chance to complete yet. I never did that trip. But it takes you through a nice little trail. Most people stop there, turn around, or go around to the street and walk back. But I don't know, I'm not most people, I guess. I'm gonna walk up and then come around and come back down that way. I'm even gonna stop in a 7-Eleven or Turkey Hill on the way back. Hey, working. Hey, working. I'm gonna roll back to a moment of my buddy Aaron, brother, doing a dance move like right here. Did you see it? Time, man, it goes so fast. That's what she said, literally. Look, I don't have no shame. 7 minutes of glory. Get you up off me. All right, so this is like the second coming of the trail. It gets longer, deeper, more foresty, kind of like more wide, I guess, and then it gets tighter. That's weird, but you'll see what I'm saying. It's like, you know, you're not in town no more. It's like a local trail to the, I guess, the more open trail connecting town to town trail. You will see exactly what I mean. It's a little more wild. Maybe a bear really will attack you here. Every time I think of a bear, I think about that little cub that was rolling down the backyard of my mom's house in Pottsgrove like 20 years ago. Just random bear. Like, what if I was out back eating popsicles? Which, on that little, like, plastic table that I always used to eat popsicles on. That bear would have ate my ass up. Anyway. Alright, get back to this trail. I'm kind of running out of space, so I'm going to keep these things short. A lot of you, like, are probably, like, celebrating right now. Hey, he's going to keep his video short. So, one day you're going to pay me. That's a big ass leave. Like, leave me alone. Don't go that way. It's like some hills have eyes over there. I'm almost where, I think it's a funny street name. It's called Squirrel Hollow. That's where I make my U-turn at. I go this way, I make a right this way, then I come back down 422. So I call this the halfway point. I never measured it out, but I know it goes up this way like 3.5 miles, and after like a block, it goes back this way like 3.5 to 4 miles. So, I mean, halfway enough, right? I'm halfway cool. I hope somebody thinks these videos are compelling, because I think I'll do a good job. But my lack of viewership and comments say otherwise. But that's the halfway point right there. No, not the halfway point I just broke down, but like if I was gonna go to Reading, it's not halfway to Reading. Nah, take that back. I would keep going this way. And I never really finished. I never did this trip. I thought about it, but I never did it. Not because I can't. Obviously, I have longer videos, walks on my videos on my page, like that 24 mile walk. But I just never took the video. I just never took the walk because there's not a bus that comes back. So it's not how far I can walk.
As you.
Where I can walk, it's how far I can walk and get back. Because I'm not gonna like walk 20 miles and then walk 20 miles back unless I plan to do so. Which I might one day. Well, I'm gonna walk the whole country one day, but that's something else. This is the same train that goes right through Pottstown. And that's the train that goes up yonder. Now this used to have water in it. That should let you know something. It's getting dry. Dry like my damn videos. Let me try not to get hit. And this is the cut across the highway. Which you're not really supposed to do, but I'll do it.
This is the same roadkill from 2 years ago. That's crazy.
They ain't get rid of that yet. I do thank God every time I finish this route. Because, you know, I'm still alive, I guess. That's where I used to get my vapes from. No more. I'm in Stowe.
All this junk.
Okay, that's the reverse. That's the reverse side of where I said, you know, was on the other side of the building, which is this building, with a nice Mustang. So we're gonna walk the remaining way back on this very dangerous road right here. I used to live over here temporarily in 2014. It was random. So I'll be back in no time. I'm glad you guys could come on the trail with me. I'm going to commence to eating my lunch when I get back. You know, I don't know, some people operate in reverse. You eat first. I like to get a little, I guess, work behind me before I reward myself with the ability to eat. So, oh, High Street Auto Connection. Got some nice cars over there. So anyway, after I sneeze, that's what we're gonna do. Oh shit.
Free doghouse for all you guys that are about to get kicked out of your girlfriend's house.
7-Eleven. I used to live right behind it. But anyway, I used to live over there temporarily. It's like a dead end going to some railroad tracks. Used to be an active bridge, but I guess the railroad station that used to be here used to be somewhere. See that like little opening and this little opening? I think this was like a active train station back in the day. Oh, Santina's got to shout them out. I can't tell how many boxes of Santina's pizza I done put down. On the other side of this tree land right here is that original warehouse that I said me and my homie danced in, but we not together. You know what I mean. we're back. Maybe like 3 more blocks until I was where I was last in the beginning of the video. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't done this in a while. I'm a little tired, But yeah. Whew. Now I'm waiting for that rain. All right now, and we're back where we started. 7.5, 8 miles later. It's time to eat, y'all. I'm about to go home and get this on.
Woo! That's your boy. All right, y'all coming with me next time. I'm not. Look, let me know. Deuce.